Texas Podcast Massacre contains spoilers and adult language. For more horror, visit us at our website at texaspodcastmassacre.com.
Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, coming to you from Houston, Texas. I'm your host, Mitch, and with me, as always, is my fellow deputy, Nate.
She's weird. She's Scottish.
The
Scottish people are weird.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm Scottish.
Maybe.
My last name's Scottish.
Are you Scottish? Is that
my last name? Is literally a very Scottish name. So
is it Scottish? Look, I don't know. I would have assumed it was more Irish than Scottish.
Nope, that's because you don't know either of those apparently. So.
I'm some parts of both, but I always like Scottish is, I don't know. Maybe so. I don't know. Well, we're already into it. Welcome to another episode of Texas Podcast Massacre, where each week we take a look at a different horror movie and debate a horror-related topic. This week, we are finally getting to some listener feedback, some a 5-star review. Someone
barely counted, but we'll take it. It's fine.
What?
Well, it's too late. We already watched the movie, so
that's fair. We did, and
it's Benji.
Benji did this to us. We watched The Dead Don't Die, a 2019 film. This happened.
You know what the problem with that title is that there's not a song to go with it.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem.
It's very important that you when you make a movie that you have a song with the exact same title, so everyone's very clear about what the movie's about. Yes. Yeah, so Benji, thank you first off for listening. And that's actually where I think the list of thank yous end. We will talk about this one. I don't even know. I watched part of this with Samara, and she just cried during the whole bit of it. And then I was crying during a lot of it too. So,
yeah, fair. But were you absurdly crying? Because
buckle up.
It would have been on. That would have been on brand.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
There's that.
That is fair. Oh, look, we are going to get into this one, and if you want to subject us to more of this, I guess, leave us a 5-star review anywhere where you can find us, and if it's on a place where we don't get those notifications like Spotify, just send us a screenshot. Let us know that you're out there repping, and we will get to whatever movie you want us to suffer through. But also feel free to recommend good movies. That is also an option. You don't have to solely give us bad movies, but it's weeks like this, Nate, where I feel like this is all about karma. Like, all the times we put our friends through terrible shit. Like this is karmic retribution.
I think you're gonna start singing Foo Fighters Times Like These.
I'm not learning to love again. Based on all of this,
the dead don't die again.
I was,
yeah.
Oh,
the jokes don't land again.
Oh, no, I'd rather just do that and just workshop lyrics instead of everything we're going to do it now. But look, obviously, before we get into it, as we always do, let's have a debate question.
Hearken to me, you two-legged dogs. Drink the vision mead of knowledge. To learn what it is to live and die in honor. to be in battle slain, and in death rewarded by the Valkyrie's embrace.
I mean, look, before we really get into the review, can I just ask Nate? I mean, they have everyone in this movie. Like, there's a lot of big name people that you're like, holy shit.
Was Samuel L. Jackson not available like the one time? Did he like not answer his phone the one time? Other than that,
Willem Dafoe.
Basically everybody.
How did Nick Cage's agent sleep on this?
That's a good question.
I mean, Nick Cage.
There wasn't a big enough part. Is maybe that you know what I mean. They were very cameo. Yeah, maybe Nick Cage is like, I don't do cameos, so that's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe. Well, look, Nate. A part of this movie, which spoiler alert, is a zombie movie, among other things. One of the things they bring up is kind of the Romero-esque idea of like, when people come back, they kind of gravitate toward things that they know. Like one zombie goes back to Chardonnay because that's what she really loved, and a lot of them are going for Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. I guess my question, Nate, is if you're coming back as a zombie, what are you going for? What you're back. You've just taken a big hunk of someone's torso. What you gonna do in the meantime while you're digesting?
Oh man, good question.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, God, am I just coming back and watching terrible movies? Like, am I just like saying like, like if I just come back because everyone in the
Robert Eggers. Is that
well, they only say one word. They only say one word.
Egger.
They only say, do I say that or do I just say like, or do I just do like a Tommy Wiseau like, hi?
Hi, dog. Yeah, right, hi.
just hi, Like I don't know. It could be something from a movie.
Oh, what if you just did the laugh? You didn't even say a word. Yeah, that
would be terrifying. I could be the scariest zombie in this movie.
That might be, for sure.
Yeah,
you kind of laughing. I think going for that makes a lot of sense. I think that tracks for you. I don't know what mine would be. I certainly some of our friends, the coffee piece, absolutely 100%. I could see some of our friends being those zombies. Would they have drank gas like diner coffee? I don't know. They're
I could see someone just yelling sports.
Sports.
Like that. Sports.
I think that would be our previous unsuspecting victim. Anthony would have.
What wrestling thing are you gonna yell at?
Oh man, it probably would be wrestling. Oh man, there's not enough, but there's not like a lot of one line, like one word, wrestling things, right? Like there's. You can't do Austin 316, right? It's too much. Same thing with any of the Rock's catchphrase. Yeah, but you can't just say 316 because then everyone thinks you're religious. You have to,
a religious zombie.
You don't want to be that guy, at the end of the world in the apocalypse. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would want to say I'd be coming back for like music, like some of the other people, but it's probably wrestling. You unfortunately are probably right. Maybe it's like Saints. Like could I muscle out a who dat or something? That could potentially work. That might be too much as well.
So you're just a zombie saying who dat?
Who dat? Yeah.
Wow, my Tommy Wiseau stuff started like better and better. This is great. Okay.
Nice. I don't know about all that, but it's something. Why is Tommy Wiseau? They couldn't. I mean, we're gonna get into it. I'm chomping at the bit to talk about just what we witnessed.
Are you chomping or champing? Like champing at the bit. You chomped through your champ? Is that what you're saying?
I guess. Now,
wow.
Are there any other things that you didn't hear people like? Obviously, people were going for like their like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and internet and coffee and a bunch of just normal consumerist stuff because I think they were trying to go for a message in this movie for some reason. Is there anything that was missed? Like, were you surprised that a zombie wasn't trying to like go toward? Like, you see some of them, they're like fashion and sports. What was missing?
What if a zombie purchased an NFT? I would have loved that.
Oh yeah, like
that would have been even. Better.
They didn't have. Well, was Bitcoin? Yeah, I don't know about Bitcoin.
What if
2019? That would have.
Oh yeah, Bitcoin is like 2012. What do you mean?
Yeah, fair. Well, I mean, but it really blew up. You know.
Yeah.
But like, I understand. I get you.
What if there's like a Wall Street bets guy and the guy was just saying,
"Oh
moon
my god,"
the whole time. Incredible.
Diamond hand. Paper
I mean,
hand.
just you can all. Mitch, I don't know if you can understand. They can only say one word. you keep it's just one. You only get one word. That's it.
Just the ones we saw said one word. I think you're assuming.
Oh wow. Okay, so there's an expanded
way
universe.
to be ableist against zombies. Maybe they.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't like it, but okay, all right.
I mean, it's one word, but how many syllables? Like, couldn't it be? What if it's two words, but they're each one syllable? Because like they say Bluetooth, they say Bluetooth, right? So you're telling me they can't say.
That's two syllables.
Yeah,
two.
But it's you're saying it's one word. What's more important? Yeah, is it the syllable count or is the word? That's the real debate question, Nate. You've only got one shot to say two syllables.
Eminem then. That's right. Eminem is the word.
That's three. God damn.
No, the rapper. One word. Oh.
All right. See that? Okay. So man, I don't know. I wouldn't want to come for Eminem even when I'm dead. Like I feel like he'd still.
No, you like Eminem. You like Eminem.
Oh, well, okay. I don't know. There's no context. You're just stumbling around going Eminem. Well,
yeah, sounds great.
Look,
great. I'd probably just be saying pizza. That's probably
no.
But then they give me like New York style pizza. It's like knock it out of their hand and like eat like a deep dish.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Well, that being said, I feel like
a zombie pizza, like a zombie pizza.
Yeah, I feel like I'll say this, Nate. I think if you had more syllables, I mean. Oatmeal cream pies would probably be your bigger than pizza. Would you agree with that? I mean, that's
I have that once a year, but yeah.
you have a box once a year that you don't share with anyone. Like if people have to like sneak it out.
Well, yeah.
I'm not faulting you. Look, if you're only gonna have something once a year, I wouldn't let anyone else have it either. This is mine. Get your own. All right. Well, look, we want to know what if you were a zombie and you're back on Earth for presumably one night only.
Ooh,
what
Oberon.
are you going for? Yeah,
I say Oberon.
Oh, Oberon. That's what you want to come back for. Oberon.
Yes, the beer Oberon, Bell's Brewery. Oberon. It's summer in a can.
Jesus, no one says. Once again, how happy would you be if this podcast was sponsored by Oberon or Old Granddad?
I'd be quite. Either.
Would
way,
you feel like we've made it? Like,
in.
Are you like we've peaked? We've made it. That's.
Bill Murray was in this movie, but he's also in another movie called Space Jam, where when he was part of the team with Michael Jordan and the Toons that beat the evil alien cartoons, he retired instantly from basketball right after.
Is that what you would do? You would just retire from the podcast?
That's what I would do. I'm going to retire undefeated if that happened. So just that's probably what.
So we finally get the sponsorship, and they're like, "Great," and then you're like, "Okay, cool."
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. That's it.
Before they've given us anything, you're just gonna keep the email, frame it, be like, "We got it."
Yeah.
None of the actual perks of it though. Awesome. We got it, and just frame that. All right, I respect that game. Look, let us know. Let us know what I don't even know. Let us know what you think. Do you like Oberon? Are you a crazy like Nate? What would you come back to as a zombie? What would you be jonesing for? in between snacks. Let us know at TX Pod Massacre on Twitter, Texas Podcast Massacre everywhere else, Texas Podcast Massacre at gmail.com. You can, of course, give us a call. Our voicemail has gotten a little lonely. Give us a call. We want to hear from you. 346-246-3143.
Unless you're Sturgill Simpson, in which case
I swear to God, even if you call with a twang, I'm just deleting it straight away. No, not even. Or even if you're playing that song in the background. No, I'm not. No, you can. I'll let Nate screen that email.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Well, look, I'm ready to get into this movie. Let's talk about this week's movie of the week. The Dead Don't Die.
In this peaceful town, on these quiet streets, something terrifying, something horrifying is coming.
Excuse me, we're closed. Get away from me!
What the hell was it? A wild animal?
This is really awful. Maybe the worst thing I've ever seen.
What was it, wild animals?
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking zombies.
What?
You know, the undead. Ghouls.
You look gorgeous. Oh my. Are you in this together?
Flesh-eating zombies.
Don't joke. It's really, really creepy.
Oh, man. This isn't going to end well.
When I was a boy, I thought about
They gravitate towards things they did when they were alive.
coffee.
Chardonnay.
Did she just say Chardonnay?
Yeah, she did.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to my world, zombies.
I've been telling you this is all going to end badly.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I'm quite confident of my ability to defend myself against the undead.
I can see that.
Excuse me.
Those are some pretty good cuts. You played some minor league ball, didn't you?
Well, a little Class A. It was a long time ago.
Okay. That was the trailer for this movie. This film, does it open at Cannes Film Festival, didn't it, Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Sure.
Elevator pitch for this movie is, hey, what if we did Dawn of the Dead and, like people like Shaun of the Dead, and we just get like a whole bunch of actors and we just kind of wing it.
Have you ever seen a Jim Jaramusch movie before?
No, and after this, I would like to.
Did I say Jaramusch?
Jaramusch, when you do the fandango, the Bolton lightning. Yeah,
I would have much rather watched the 12-minute Bohemian Rhapsody, original, music video.
Yeah, no, this is my first. This is the first time I've been Jaramusch.
Jaramusch.
And
we're just gonna lead into it.
Yeah, and it will be the last time, Nate. There's
other movies. We'll get into it. But.
Swear to God, if any of you give us a 5-star review and give us a Jim Jaramusch film, I'm quitting. I'm done. Jesus. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, I messed that up. But Dead Don't Die. Jim Jaramusch is the director on this one. Came out in 2019. It's a very pandemic-y movie.
And then the pandemic happened.
This would have been a pandemic movie. It was before its time. Maybe that's it.
Are you sure
Bill
about
Murray,
that?
Bill Murray's in this one. He's like, I was in 2 Zombieland movies. I'm all in. I'm all in on zombies. He's been in a bunch of Jaramusch's films previously. Also, apparently in an Ant-Man movie this year. Mitch, how great was that one? It's Marvel, so I'm assuming you already saw it.
I did. It was the newest one. It was,
of course,
passable.
It was garbage. It was fine.
It was fine. To be fair, admittedly, there was parts that I'm like, oh yeah, Nate would hate this. Now I get a lot of enjoyment watching Marvel films, just knowing that you would hate it. The specific scene that I like. Oh, I wish Nate was here because you would be rolling your eyes so hard, or you would be.
We'll never know because I will not watch it.
Yeah, 5-star review for
Bill Murray. You might remember him from Lawyer. Ken Bowden in Wild Things. We're going way back. He was in Wild Things. He was in 2 Zombieland movies and Wild Things in this. That was it. Nothing else really in there. Caddyshack, the rest. And Space Jam. There you go. That's it. Those are the top 5 movies.
Those are his top 5 movies. Nice.
Adam Driver. Adam Driver's in this. There's a Star Wars reference.
It might be Nate. It might be a shorter list to say who wasn't in this movie.
That's true. He's not really in horror films that much, so it was an interesting one. It's not really a horror film. It's
I was about to say he still has not been in a horror film.
It's an unfunny. It's an unfunny, absurdist comedy. So it is. Yeah, that's how I would describe this. You got Tom Waits, Bill Murray, Tom Waits, all these people, Iggy Pop. They've all been in Jaramusch joints before. Chloe Savigny. I don't know how to say her name. She's good. She was good in her Poker Face episode.
Oh,
watch Poker Face. This is the.
Yeah, she's good in that. She was good in I think Asylum, American Horror Story, season 2.
She's Money and Latasha Leone 2 for 2 because she was in Russian Doll as her mom, and then she's in Poker Face as a washed up
Poker Face. But yeah, anyway, yes,
as a washed up singer in the classic episode Rest in Metal. So there you go. Yeah, everyone's in this. I don't know. Steve Buscemi, classic Jaramuschian move there. I really like Jaramusch. It really rolls off the tongue better. Yeah, he's in Halloween classics like Hotel Transylvania 4 and Hubie Halloween. So, and Scooby Doo 2020 series. So those are the horror classics from Steve Buscemi. So there you go. You got that. Monsters University. He's the bad guy in both Monsters movies. Danny Glover should have said I'm too old for this shit. Nope, in the movie. So he's like, I'll be in Predator. I'll be in one of the Predators. The worst Predator. Is it the worst Predator?
No, the Adrian Brody Predator is pretty rough.
Ooh, interesting. Because I kind of like that one. No, you didn't like that one?
I mean, I liked them. I liked it fine. They're certainly all better than it's certainly better than any of the Alien versus Predator films.
Interesting. Okay.
But I liked Predator 2. I thought it was decent.
Oh, okay. I like Predators better. It's got my boy Nimrod in it. That's his name. He's a Hungarian director.
God. Well, there you go. Way to stay on brand.
Hungarians. Got it. Who else is in this one? I said that's Danny Glover. RZA's in there. Sure.
Yeah, for Whoopie S. Which is funny because as I was doing my taxes, I did in fact pull up the as I do every year, the Wu-Tang Financial skit from Chappelle's Show. So got a lot of RZA in this week.
Yeah, Rosie Perez is in this movie.
That's Posey.
Posey Juarez. So those are words. Caleb Landry Jones is in this. You might remember him as the terrible murderer, racist brother from Get Out. He was there. Yeah, there's other stuff. There's just so many people in this movie. It doesn't really matter. Selena Gomez, the dude who might win an Oscar for Elvis.
Yeah, Butler.
Everybody's that guy. Everybody's in this. I don't know. There's just too many people. Tilda Swinton is
as Zelda Winston, which is an anagram of Swinton. Jaramusch, not much. Works likes to work the dialogue, not so much the character names.
Iggy Pop likes coffee. Sturgill Simpson is also a zombie, along with a terrible. I just could not stand that song. Anyway, Carol Kane is in there. Tilda Swinton is basically Michonne in this one, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Alien Michonne.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this movie? Yeah, that's it. That's it. There's what's on the soundtrack? I don't know. One fucking song. It's terrible. It's called "The Dead Don't Die" by Sturgill Simpson. So you got that going for you. Tagline on this one, Mitch. Any guesses?
The dead don't die. It's probably a fucking song lyric.
The greatest zombie cast ever disassembled. This sucks so bad.
I mean, to be fair, I don't hate that tagline, but I feel like I need to on principle.
I like how it says cast. Nothing about the quality of the film because the film is terrible, but the cast is fantastic.
They knew where they were spending their money.
Yeah. So there's also the car also has Star Wars sound effects. There's like a bunch. There's the Star Wars keychain.
Well, yeah, because Adam Driver was in Star Wars.
There's Woo PS. You know,
I mean, look, if you see RZA, you know there's gonna be some Wu-Tang nonsense because you know they ain't nothing to fuck with, Nate.
That's accurate. Yeah, this movie opened at Cannes Film Festival.
Would you imagine you saved up all this money, you get tickets to the Cannes Film Festival, and you are sitting there just ready for the first movie. Oh my God, look at this cast. This movie has everybody. Incredible. I can't believe we're here. And then you finish watching it and you're like, huh. What have I done with my life? What have I
Great question.
You've been Jaramusch.
Jaramusch. Yeah, it's great.
I mean, I was waiting for Ashton Kutcher to come out and be like, we got you.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes, meta jokes, inside jokes.
Jokes is kind.
There were attempts. There's a lot of attempts. So the boy Jimmy Jaramusch. Let's just really go for it.
Jim
Jaramusch. He's done quite good films, and Mitch, you'll be happy to know, lots of music videos. So you got that.
How many Limp Bizkit videos did he do?
I don't zero.
Then
Tom Waits.
Then I'm not.
Tom Waits, Talking Heads. He did one last year for Cat Power. I'm a Cat Power fan. Rankatours. Steady She Goes. Music videos. This guy. Neil Young, and Crazy Horse. See, not bad. My favorite movie of his is definitely Ghost Dog: Way of the Samurai.
Oh,
classic.
Are you kidding me? He did that?
Yeah.
All right, I've seen two. I've been Jaramushed twice, and
did you like Ghost Dog?
No.
I like Ghost Dog. Yeah.
So
he did Only Lovers Left Alive with Tilda Swinton and Tom Hiddleston.
Can't imagine where he got the name for this one then.
Yeah, I mean, Only Lovers Left Alive in the Dead Don't Die. He's got a vampire one and a zombie one. He came up with the idea for this movie during that movie. So there you go, Mitch. You're doing my work for me.
Oh, shocking.
He did.
Well, you mean the genius behind Zelda Winston? Came up with had the muses sung to him just conveniently when he's doing.
Well, and then also the guy's name is Ronnie Peterson, Adam Driver's character, where in another Jaramusch joint, he's Paterson. So
can we just go to the final cut? I'm ready.
I don't know if our listenership is big.
This movie's I think this movie's
I'm just going to say Jaramusch. I'm going to say Jaramusch from now on. That is one of my favorite slip ups of all time. Yeah. Jaramusch is just easy to acquire taste. He's an acquired taste is the way I would describe it. I like 2 of his other films. So he's
what was the other one? So you like Ghost
Only
Dog.
Lovers Left Alive and Ghost Dog. I did like both of those.
Oh, you did? Actually. Okay. I didn't hear you say you like that. The one with the Tilda Swinton one.
He also did like he did Gimme Danger.
Was she a Scottish samurai in Only Lovers Left Alive too, or is that
she's a vampire? She's a vampire in that one.
Was she a Scottish samurai vampire?
I don't know if she was Scottish in that one. I don't know. Good question.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
All right, have to watch it again, I guess.
Nah, I'm okay. They're literally like rock. They're like rock star vampires. I don't know, or like musician. Not rock star, maybe like more musician.
Like Queen of the Damned.
Not quite. That would have been a film, but no, not quite. No, I'm just thinking of that movie. Nope, that's it. All right, let's get into it. Great movie or the greatest movie? Go.
I hated it. I can't even pretend. Can't even try to mask. What a shit show of a movie. What a waste. Just a colossal waste of all of that talent and all the people you have in there.
Most liked character. So there's a lot of characters. Any positives?
Probably Adam Driver. I was going to say Donald Glover. I was thinking about Donald Glover.
And let's just mess up everyone's names up
right.
At this point.
Right.
That would be a very Jaramushian thing to do, to be honest. Just mix up their names a little bit.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah, Adam Driver, I think, low-key was probably a bright spot for me. Mainly
Adam Smart Car Driver.
Mainly because he just no-sold everything. And I appreciate that. You know what's one thing we've always kind of complained about in some movies that were actually good was like, why does everyone sort of like all these horror movies seem to exist in a world where horror movies don't happen? Because like everyone's like, oh no, what could this be? It's like it's clearly a vampire, clearly zombies.
Yeah, and I like zombies from the jump.
And I like that he's like, oh yeah, no, here's what it is, and it's like, where's he gonna go with it? I was like, that was refreshing. I hated the reveal of how he knew that because it was such a terrible, like it was just so dumb. That's so much. This movie is just dumb. I don't like. They're trying to do jokes and they're trying to balance this line. I thought the zombies actually looked decent. If we want to talk some bright points, I think the zombie effects.
Oh, zombies look great.
You know, I do appreciate a good old a stumbling zombie. Like they don't all have to be fucking Usain Bolt. Yeah, so I liked that. I liked just the look of them. There's that one scene in the diner where they're like drinking the coffee and then what's her name is just like crying and screaming. And that's probably the most unsettling thing I've seen in a movie in some time. Like, because you normally you would think they'd just be dead and then you just wouldn't hear from them. But to leave her like alive while all that's happening was, I was like, oh, shit, this is dark. And that was about the high point of it.
You'll be unsurprised to know that or to find out that when they showed the kid montage of all the kids being zombies, loved that.
Oh, of course.
Very well done, including that one.
Kids look great. Kid zombies were adequately creepy.
Kids look great. See, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Driver was solid. That's a highlight. Selena Gomez I thought was all right too.
Yeah. I appreciated I really she was. I appreciated that when he cuts off Selena Gomez's head, and Chloe Sevigny's like, they're not dead. They weren't zombies. Like, well, no, but they're dead. Like, yeah, they're just dead hipsters right now, but they're going to be. I kind of like that. I don't know. I thought that was probably maybe the funniest line in the whole thing.
Yeah.
But beyond that, what else was there? I'm really torn here. Like
Sturgill Simpson?
Why does Iggy Pop have you?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, should Sturgill Simpson be in jail after this? That's really what. Is this like a direct to jail kind of deal, or what? Because I feel like a crime was perpetrated.
Well, I mean,
to hear the song so many goddamn times.
Well, I think they still use this song in like Gitmo and in in other.
Oh, was that training for that? Because Adam Driver was in the report, which is about that.
I mean,
was this an overlap of like two movies he was doing right about the same time?
I think so.
Because then it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Then I'm in on it.
The only time I really like applauded this movie was when Bill Murray threw the CD out of the fucking window. I was like, nope, can't do it.
That was great. Yeah, I love that. It's just I wish I didn't have to deal with all of before that. Could we have just skipped to that?
Yeah,
would have enjoyed it much more.
Well, and then it's not really meta if you're just straight up saying, oh yeah, that's the theme song. Like that's not meta. I know you think it's meta. It's not.
Well, it's like it's very winky to it. It's just, do you like that? I think some of the time I could probably be on board. Some movies,
but
sure.
usually it's a little more clever.
One.
This was just very blunt. Like, how did you know it was all this shit? Oh, I read the script.
Yeah, that was garbage.
What? Like
that was just garbage. Like you're breaking the fourth wall in just the dumbest way ever.
Yeah.
At the very end of the film for no reason. Like, yeah, that's like a negative 7,000 points from me.
Yeah.
No, I could not stand that in any way. So that. Why'd you bring that up, bitch?
Well, because it pissed me off, Nate. That's why I brought it up.
It pissed me. It's pissing me off again. Yeah, I didn't care for that in any way.
What was? And that was like, what was the point? So much of it's just throwaway shit. Like we're just gonna just do whatever. Like
I'm okay with throwaway, but like, what was the breaking of the fourth wall just at the very end for no reason? I couldn't stand that.
And then I don't understand. Like, no, I feel like everyone was given different notes about how to respond in this movie, and so it made it.
He's just that good. It's just like I need.
Like Chloe Sevigny is like treating this like it's
it's Dawn of the Dead too.
Like
Day of the Dead. She's in Day of the Dead. Everyone else is in like fucking. I don't know. Everyone else is in This Is the End.
Yeah,
and she's in Day of the Dead.
Yeah, like they all got very different notes about how to respond in this thing. Like,
yes, agreed.
And so it just makes it real disjointed. Like if you're gonna do a horror comedy zombie thing, like everyone's kind of had to be on the same page of like, why is this?
No,
weird?
not everyone got those pages. Only Bill Murray got those pages.
No, Bill Murray didn't. Only Adam Driver did.
Or only Adam. Yeah, I mean, Jaramusch. She's just all over the place. I don't know. So out of us two, this movie would clear. I have the much higher chance of liking this film just based on what it is. And I also did not care for it in any way. So it just, for both of us, this just missed the mark. I could see who this could maybe be for, the Jaramusch heads,
I'm sure Jaramusch's parents loved it. But and are very proud of their little schnuckles.
I don't know if they're alive. Are they alive? He's pretty old. He's like 70 years old. I think.
Maybe the reanimated corpse come back, and this is what they searched out was this movie.
I don't know. He's like an eclectic dude.
No, don't.
I like some of his shtick and some of his stuff, but man, I can't get on board with this.
No,
he loves his music. He's got Tom Waits, he's got Iggy Pop, he got Sturgill Simpson in this one. Clearly, sometimes it works and sometimes it just does not. It's like beating a dead horse, and this is coming from a guy who had Crazy Horse in the music video. And a movie called Year of the Horse, that documents Crazy Horse and Neil Young's tour. So, yeah, he just beat the dead horse, and I wish it would have died, and it did not. So
the dead don't die.
Failure. The horse doesn't die.
I like that we broke the fourth wall, but then we spent like 5 minutes of Tom Waits trying to make some like point, like, maybe they all sold their soul for their consumer.
If I'm outside the system, I'm not in the rat race.
All these kids selling their souls for their Pogs and their fucking Dan Fogelberg albums and their it's like what the fuck is this? Like with the weird like slow crossfades of like zombies as they're like. It was dumb.
I just don't get why they noped out. I don't get why they noped out and just like let the zombies murder them. I don't understand what that was really happening. I don't. Oh, know.
And then because
Tilda Swinton was an alien.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's just like gloss over that. Yeah, she's a Scottish zombie alien, or not zombie, but a Scottish samurai alien.
An alien of who inhabits, the role of a Scottish funeral director.
Yes.
Who happens to be Michonne from Walking Dead. So I'm not sure what that was about in any way.
Like, hey,
I was like, wait, hold on. Is that a fucking spaceship? Like that was, at least it piqued my interest. But then they broke the fourth wall, and then it was like so dumb. Like, okay, well, all right, that was.
Well, at least they were like, "Oh, was that in the script?" No, I mean, I was like, fine. Maybe I'll set all that up for that. I guess. Seems like a waste, but
definitely whatever CGI was used was what might not have been the script. Could be accurate, actually. It looked real hokey. Personally,
why? So there was an alien now, and also don't forget about polar fracking, Nate.
I tried to, but I guess I couldn't forget about it.
There's just a lot of weird scenarios. You know what this kind of reminded me of? Like Mars Attacks to some degree. The only difference is
so much worse than Mars Attacks.
Yeah, I was about to say the only difference is Mars Attack was like a good film. I'm
gonna if you're gonna compare Dead Don't Die to Mars Attacks, I'm going to smack that Jaramusch off your face. How dare you?
I'm saying,
how dare you?
But I'm saying in terms of like the all-star cast, that it's like it's a horror comedy of like an alien invasion. But again, that's like when they do it right, like everyone's on the same page of what the fuck this movie is. Like everyone's kind of taking it seriously, but not so seriously. Like, oh, is that Pierce Brosnan's disembodied head talking to a woman's head who's sewn to a dog's body, and they're just totally playing it normal? Yeah, great, fantastic work, everyone involved.
Better, it's better weird.
Yeah,
it's weird, but it's better.
No one's like, oh, we're doing that because that's what the script said. That's what it.
Yeah, that's prime Tim.
And Tom fucking Waits. I don't know. That whole ending thing where we're like, oh, let's try to bring the point around, kids. This I don't know if y'all didn't get the message with them all stumbling around trying to find their Wi-Fi. So let old Uncle Tom tell you about it. Terrible.
Yeah. They should use Tom Waits' "God's Away on Business." It's a classic.
Tom Waits.
Song.
I like that Tom Waits couldn't be bothered to make the song for this instead of fucking Steve Sturgill or whatever the fuck bullshit name.
Stevie Sturgill?
I don't know what his name is, and I'm not bothered to learn it.
Sturgill Simpson. They say it so many times. Oh, Sturgill Simpson, Dead Don't Die. What a great song. That's not a great song. It's a bad song. That's that's another issue. It's like you got Iggy Pop, you got Tom Waits. I mean, I feel like Selena Gomez has put out songs. Has Selena Gomez even put out songs? I would rather listen to her unreleased songs than this, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't have the Elvis songs written yet for that.
Bill Murray could have farted into a microphone. I would have probably enjoyed that more than I like this fucking song.
I don't know what that. I don't know if I can go with that. I'm thinking about it. The fact that I'm thinking about it is not great. So there's that. I don't know. Selena Gomez's head got chopped off. It's kind of something. I don't know. Wu PS. It's like
I can't even hate on Wu PS. Like that's just what you get. That's what you get with RZA. Everyone. The minute I saw him, and that's the first thing you see is like, yeah, no, that all tracks. That's just his shtick. That's fine. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, he says the world is perfect.
If you get mad about something like that, then I mean, you're just not understanding that's the nature of it, right? That's just accepting. That's like being mad that the sky's blue. Like
I wrote down the quote. That girl is half Mexican. I know because I love Mexicans, and I was like, that was kind of earlier in the game here.
Yeah, he's been to Mexico twice, Nate.
And I was just like, oh, okay. Like this is just going to be real bad.
This is funny. That's, in retrospect, that's a highlight of this movie.
I know. I was like, is this? Oh, this. Okay, this is it. And this was supposed to be like, ooh, punch it. We're punching it up a little bit here. Like we're getting going. I'm like, if this is getting going, I don't care for this. This is the second time I tried to watch this movie. I tried to watch this movie a while ago, and I got through about 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, well, I'm never watching this. So
thank you for your 5-star review.
Benji. I appreciate that. Totally. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I just didn't care about this. As Adam Driver said in this movie, yuck. I just say yuck. I think I get what they were going. I'm never not going to be able to say Jaramusch anymore. Jaramusch.
Well, he has to. If he wants to say his name right, he has to earn it. Okay.
Stevie King, Jaramusch, Stevie Sturgill. It's somehow a name also. I don't know what that means, but I just did not like this. I did not care for this just at all. And again, out of us two, it would have gotten me for Mitch. For you, this had no chance. No. This was dead. Don't die on arrival for you. There's no chance at all. I feel like it had a chance. I had a little bit of a chance potentially, and no, it did not. That did not occur. This movie's a 5.4 on IMDb, which is for a Jaramusch joint is pretty low. So I feel like
I was about to say
even the Jaramuschers are like, okay, well, this was not prime. This was not prime.
And I've got to assume
it's Jimmy.
I got to assume it's just a wide range of 4s and 6s that are keeping it there versus it like being a lot of 1 stars and 9 stars. Like I can't imagine anyone giving this movie more than 6 stars at best.
Some people did. This is in some people's wheelhouse. It's like, ooh, this is
you need to burn that wheelhouse and get a new one if this is your wheelhouse.
It's actually concrete wheel. It's a concrete wheelhouse built over like 4 decades of Jaramusching. So, I don't know. I don't know. I just.
On that note, Nate, what is your final Jaramusch?
Final cut.
Like Jaramusch should now be a verb of just really
you mooshed it.
You mooshed it. Yeah, you Jaramushed it.
This was not a very good moosh boosh. Mitch likes his French. So like I said. IMDb, this is a again low for Jimmy J here, 5.4. I mean, I am nowhere near that. I'm just debating how low it is. I
put it 6 feet under like it belongs.
Look, Mitch. If you would have told me, hey, Nate, we're going to do another Puppet Master movie, and then we're going to watch The Dead Don't Die, and it's going to be the same score, I would have laughed at you. There's just no possible way this Jimmy J joint is going to be that garbage. But I think I'm right there. I'm going to give it a 2. I just didn't care for it. Everything fell flat for me. The cast did almost not. Selena Gomez, Adam Driver. That's about it.
Yeah.
RZA was like okay-ish. So
sure.
But
he had 2 scenes in this film. So yes,
the Sturgill Simpson song is a negative 10,000 points. So, and then I added 1 at the end. So it went from like the movie is maybe like a 3, and then negative 10,000 gets it down to like a 1, and then like add one more in there for like Adam Driver and Selena Gomez.
I mean,
and that's it. There's just almost nothing of value. I didn't care for it, and then I actively disliked it, but not in like a Thanksgiving way. Just in a like, it's like I just want to sigh a lot while watching this.
Sure.
It's not even generating emotion. I just like I'm getting it. Maybe that was the point. Maybe it wore me down with its attempts at humor like Zombies, and that was the point all along, in which case this is a 10 out of 10 film. But I would say 2 out of 10 misdemeanor charges against Sturgill Simpson, and he probably should be in jail right now. So there's that.
Okay.
Yep.
On retrospect, Nate, I think
gave it a. I couldn't give it a 1. It was so close. I can't. That's no. I'm gonna say it too. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just in retrospect, right? Like the movies that mean the most are the ones that really make you feel, and in that regard, this really hit it more than most movies. Like I really felt a true emotion. So maybe I should give it an 8 out of 10. I'm just kidding. I'm not. No, that'd be Jaramusching this. I'm giving this 1 out of 10. This movie fucking sucked. Everything about this movie sucked. I hated it. I hated every minute I was watching it. I frankly almost. I mean, Christ in heaven. This is in the running of. This movie doesn't piss me off in the same level that Gretel and Hansel did. But my
Gretel and
God,
Hansel, Mitch.
I'd watch Gretel and Hansel.
Is looking better and better and better.
Yeah. What a shit show movie. It's just terrible. Like, it's so bad. No one in here is good or redeeming, which is a shame. Like, you paid for all these people and you've done like nothing with them. Like, it's so shitty. No one cares. It's just so it's the worst. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of shit movies.
Holy shit.
And I'm over here.
All right. I like it.
You know what? You know what? I know it's coming. Yeah, Santa Jaws is better. Infinitely better.
Mitch. This is where we are in full agreement. We are in agreement. I would much rather watch Santa Jaws. Much.
Hey, you know what? You want to write us an original song for your movie and play it 500 times? The blueprint is motherfucking Birdemic. Okay, that's the type of song you go for.
That's a movie that gets an emotion out of you.
Oh yeah.
This gives you nothing.
Yeah, it just sucks. There's nothing to like. God, even those real shit movies, at least there's some maybe redeeming quality.
I laughed when Iggy Pop is just like looking really bloated, and the zombie makeup is pretty good. That's probably the point.
Oh yeah,
to be honest, the zombie makeup is actually quite
all
good.
The shit that's like, hey, we love George.
But he's
Romero.
like coffee. It's Iggy Pop. I'm like, okay, I laughed a little bit at that, but I sighed about 10 times more than I laughed, and that's really the measure of a movie. Is like I don't want to like. I'm a positive guy. I don't want to be sighing throughout an entire movie, and yet, Jimmy Jaramusch and Stevie Sturgill just ran that into the crowd.
I mean, look. Here's the thing. There's so much entertainment out there. There's so many things vying for our attention. And
we hope you fly Southwest. Like it's like we know you can fly anywhere. We know you can fly anywhere, but we really appreciate that you picked us. So
but when those of you listening that have kids that have limited time, you got shit work schedules, and you can only go see movies so often because you got life, right? If you waste, that's an hour and a half of hour and 45 minutes. Did not need to be that long. I'll never get that.
Oh,
time
I didn't
back.
even say the time, but yeah, it was like 40 minutes too
Nate,
long.
You'll never get that time back. That time is gone. That time, you have a finite amount of time on this fucking earth, and you just wasted an hour and 45 minutes on that.
Mitch, remember when I was telling you that like we should do The Dentist 2? Remember when I was telling you that like not that long ago?
Nate, I'd rather go to an actual dentist and get a fucking root canal at this point.
I said that like after, like I said that, I was trying to watch The Dead Don't Die, and then I stopped. Like this is like a couple of years ago. I said that after that, right? So what that means is I watched The Dentist 2 way too young, and I would rather think back on The Dentist 2 with Corbin Burnson and go, yeah, I'd rather watch that all the way through than attempt to watch The Dead Don't Die a second time. But thank you again, Benji, for that. So if someone wants to like make the universe right, you got to request Dentist 2 now. That's my main takeaway from this. and let me just say, let me just like give a heartfelt apology to the request that we got for Joyride, because I feel like I owe Joyride a little bit of a break.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather
break him off a piece
Joyride.
Of that Kit Kat.
I'd rather was it Rusty Nail? What the fuck was that guy's name? Joyride is much better than this. I would rather watch Halloween Ends again before I watch this.
Oh, 100%.
So that was also a 1 out of 10 for you. So it's more like a 1.5. That's not great. So yeah,
I'm going to forget this movie. Frankly, I'm just going to forget this movie exists.
I go down? I can't go down to a 1. Can I?
Oh, do it. I feel so good. You're telling me, Nate, here's the question for you. Would you rather watch any of the Puppet Master movies or this movie again?
Oh, I don't. I think you're assuming a little too much.
No, I think that's a perfect limit. That's a perfect limit test.
I think you're assuming that I don't know. They're in the same.
No, you know what you're saying. You know what you're saying with that, Nate, is that you're just afraid to say the answer. You're afraid.
They're in the same.
You're afraid to admit that you would rather watch a Puppet Master movie. You'd rather watch Blade.
No. I'd rather watch Blade, the movie Blade.
Well, we all would rather watch
Yes, I absolutely would.
Would you watch a Marvel film over this movie?
Oh my God.
Would you watch Multiverse of Madness or this movie?
I whatever that first one you just said is. Sure, whatever that is. Which one is that one?
But Multiverse? That's Doctor Strange.
That's a Doctor.
That's a Sam Raimi one.
Yeah, that sounds more appealing than this. Sure. Yep.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd watch the Ant-Man one. That one's probably like 2.
Would you watch Ant-Man over this? Gun to your head. Would you watch Ant-Man over this?
How long is that most?
Doesn't matter.
Ant-Man?
Doesn't matter.
If it's over 2 hours, then I still say this movie.
Then okay, if that's your answer,
it's
then you've
2 hours and 4 minutes. Yep, Dead Don't Die.
All right, then keep Dead Don't Die at 2. Blasphemy.
Yep,
but
okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it. I mean, 1 for me is going far, or it's like just hilariously bad. Like a Leprechaun in the Hood one is hilarious. like a Ice Cream Man, Jack Frost low score. Although I think I gave Jack Frost an incredible score because that was hilarious.
This movie makes you want to retroactively raise the score of every other movie we've ever talked about.
That is essentially what I'm saying. So like a 1 is really like Devil's Rejects.
A 1 is meaningless now. For
No. One is like I have to actively hate it. So that's Devil's Rejects.
I actively hate
territory.
this fucking movie.
Yeah, so that's I don't actively Jeepers Creepers 3. That is an actively hate movie for me. Suckling.
Mm-hmm.
These are like I think about it and I go, oh, I just don't like that. This I'm just really disappointed. Like I don't hate you. I'm just really disappointed in you. Like I'm kicking you out of the house, but like we might reconcile.
But everyone tells you, Nate, you know this now. Being disappointed, that hurts more. That's a deeper pain.
I don't know. I was really just
anger, disappointment is so much worse than anger. Think about that, right? I mean,
when The Dead Don't Die 2 comes out,
because something can make you angry, you don't really give a shit about it. You don't care for it. You don't love it. You're just like
a surface anger.
But the disappointment means that like it had potential. It meant something to you. Like it should have been this, and it just let you down to the point that you're just like, it's done. It's over. You've killed it.
Yeah. It hurts when there's more potential to start. I can't. Mm-hmm. I'm still giving it a 2, but you've made very good points. You've made better points than any of the jokes in this movie made in a comedic way.
Well, that's because I read the script for this episode beforehand. So I was really able to. God damn it. Can we just stop? Nate, just tell them where they can find us so I can stop fucking talking about this movie.
You can find us at all of our Jim Jaramusch and Stevie Sturgill content. Those names are both absolute in the episode title. Just heads up on that. That's already set in stone. Sorry about that. You can find us at all of those things I just said at TX Pod Massacre on Twitter, Texas Podcast Massacre everywhere else. Email us, TexasPodcastMassacre@gmail.com. Give us that voicemail. If there are Dead Don't Die fans, so Mitch wanted to fight. We never actually heard back. So Mitch wanted to fight the Gretel and Hansel person. Do you want to fight Dead Don't Die fans? Like people who really love this movie?
That's like asking me if I want to ride a unicorn, Nate. They don't exist, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, if your unicorn hooves can use phones,
sure, same thing. I would love to hear what bullshit reason you think this movie's great. You don't exist. You're not a real person. But sure,
you didn't get it. It's like a slacker comedy where the police don't like help and like it's about.
I swear
society.
to God, if someone just calls and just restates Tom Waits' bullshit like soliloquy at the end, I might lose it. I might just like drop kick this microphone across the room. I don't know.
Okay.
The Jennifer Love Hewitt pillow you gave me for Christmas is getting thrown across the hallway.
Well, and then and stay tuned for next week when we watch a better movie because it will not be this movie. Stay tuned for that.
Excellent. Well, from all of us here at Texas Podcast Massacre, thank you so much for tuning in, and just keep telling yourself, Jesus, it's only a movie. Good night.